The day got off to a bad start. Most of the camera crew packed up their gear and they walked off the job. They were making good on the threats from the night before, quitting over their concerns, which included accommodations and safety on the set.
I was as surprised as everybody else when, for the first hour and a half, there was no camera crew on set at all. I know that put a little bit of a strain on the whole production.
The first person I saw was Halyna, and she wasn't her usual, calm, focused, cheerful self.
She was under pressure to not look stressed, to keep everything rolling. And shortly after that, there is a safety meeting that did address that there was gonna be, gunfire happening that day.
So before launch, there was a scene where there were some guns being used. At the end of those scenes being done, all the guns were collected and placed back in the safe.
They broke for lunch around 12:30.
When they come back from lunch, we get word that they're gonna do this little insert shot of just the gun that Halyna wants pointing right at camera.
The scene wasn't supposed to have any gunfire.
The scene is the two guys are there, the other two actors who have got me, cornered, and I then draw the gun, cross-draw out of my holster, pull the gun up like that, and start to cock the pistol, cut.
Now comes a key moment. Alec Baldwin hears cold gun. That's the signal that the weapon is safe to use. What does it mean for a gun to be declared cold?
It means nothing is going to happen when you pull the trigger besides the click. So it's either a completely empty chamber or it has the dummy rounds in it, which are also fake.
Joey Dillon is a Hollywood armorer. He did not work on Rust. You've brought some dummy rounds with you.
I did, yeah. It looks exactly the same as the real bullet. In lieu of the gunpowder in there, they put a single BB in there, and you can hear that.
You can hear it rattle.
Shaking around, especially on the belts. You can.
Yeah, the whole thing's rattling.
Yeah.
By 1:20, the scene up at the church was to be done.
Alec Baldwin was sitting in a pew. They wanted to have the camera look down the barrel of the gun. They were trying to set it up.
You could see the ends of the bullet, so that's why it was loaded with dum-dums. You need to be able to see that bullet. I'm at the front door of the church, and I was probably 4 or 5 yards away from Alec and Halyna. Halyna was telling Alec she wanted to see his thumb working the hammer back to do the shot. She was probably only 18 inches, 2 feet away maybe from the muzzle of the gun.
She takes a monitor that is his monitor, the operator, and turns it toward her. And she says to me, hold the gun lower. Go to your right. Okay, right there. All right, do that.
I was like this. This was Halyna. Camera was more or less here.
I'm holding the gun where she told me to hold it, which ended up being aimed right in below her armpit.
The cameras were not rolling, so there is no actual footage of this tragedy.
You just pulled?
The hammer as far back as I go without cocking the actual gun.
And you're holding onto the hammer?
I'm holding that. I'm just showing. I go, how about that? Does that work? You see that? Do you see that? She goes, yeah, that's good. I let go of the hammer, bang, and the gun goes off.
Yeah, I saw the gun and...
All of a sudden, boom, and it was so loud.
I actually thought that maybe some equipment had exploded or fallen.
After the gun went off, people in the room have described it as just being total chaos.
And then there was a scream.
And then they look, and Halyna has instantly fallen back, and she's on the ground, and she is bleeding from her chest.
Immediately, bleeding, and bleeding profusely. That's when it got real. Oh my Lord.
She said something happened with my stomach. I don't feel my legs. Her skin was so white and the lips gray.
And director Joel Souza is also hurt. He is writhing on the floor in agony. It's total confusion.
When she went down, he went down, and he was screaming really loudly. And I thought, what is he screaming? What happened?
Did you go up to her or did you back away?
I went up to her, and then we were told to get out of the building. We were forced to get out of the building.
Mamie Mitchell, the script supervisor, runs out and she starts calling 911.
Santa Fe Fire and EMS, what's the location of the emergency? Bonanza Creek Ranch has had 2 people accidentally shot on a movie set by a prop gun. We need help immediately.
It didn't take them long at all to begin sending units. But the people who were on set, the people who were at the base camp, had this false sense that it might not be that bad.
Nobody told you what happened?
No.
And we just were all sitting there waiting and trying to get any information on what happened. Are they okay?
I knew there was nothing short of something catastrophic happening that would cause what I had seen happen to Halyna there. I said, I'm telling you right now, that was a bullet. No one was ready to believe that.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.